Tonight, we're investigating Fairfield Infirmary in Lancaster, Ohio.
For over a century, this building has housed the sick, the poor, and the forgotten.
Now people have reported doors slamming, a 7-foot-tall shadow figure in the attic, a spirit of a little girl named Susie, as well as voices echoing through the morgue.
I think I want Susie to push me down the stairs.
Why?
I'm still a little bit skeptical, and I just feel like shoving me down the stairs would be a good way to make me a believer.
Tonight, we're going to uncover the truth of what spiritual energy really lingers here. Hellcats, welcome back to my channel, and if you guys are new here, my name is Kelsi Davies, and I'm a clairvoyant, meaning I see and speak to the dead.
And my name's Adam McArthur. I'm a voice actor. You might know me as the English voice of Yuji Itadori in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Whoa, it's so organized in here.
Back off. I just told you, you're not welcome.
And I'm here to hunt curses in real life.
We're all a little haunted here. Welcome home.
We hope you're ready for this.
Please don't touch me.
Something wants me alone in here.
Did you hear that?
No way.
Felt like someone was moving around over here.
Whoa.
Adam, don't cry. It hurts.
The Fairfield Infirmary was built in 1840 in Lancaster, Ohio. However, its known history starts earlier with the land itself. In 1828, there was a home for the poor and those who were outcasted. It became a growing home for the elderly, mentally ill, orphans, widows, and sometimes even criminals. And overcrowding led to unlivable conditions. Then in 1840, the Fairfield Infirmary was constructed. Another big surge of residents occurred in the late 1860s due to the Civil War, and the building kept expanding all the way up to the early 1900s. By then it had its own farm, tenant houses, a morgue, and even a cemetery. And many souls who came here never left. It's said that the lost spirits still wander these halls, including a man named Willie, whose full-bodied apparition has been seen, as well as a little girl named Susie, which some people believe is a demonic entity in disguise, with claims stating that she can be seen morphing into a tall shadow figure in the doorways. So my question is, are the bodily remains of these spirits buried in the Fairfield Cemetery? Is that why they're still here? Then there's a very, very tragic story with a woman named Jane Householder who was actually a resident here. At the age of 73, Jane tragically burned to death when her dress accidentally caught on fire. This was a 9-hour ordeal of her fighting for her life until she died due to her injuries. Some say the trauma and panic that she endured is the reason why she's still here. There's also an extremely dark history that occurred in the attic, also known as the dungeon, as well as the basement, where patients were chained up for punishment and forgotten. People who are crazy enough to visit this location have reported seeing shadow figures, hearing voices, the sounds of chains rattling, and even footsteps when no one is around. And yes, we're some of the crazy ones. Our goal on this investigation tonight is to find out whether the spirits are trapped by trauma or held by something even darker. Guys, this place is ginormous. There are so many rooms and there's so much history here. There's also said to be 1,200 bodies buried like around this property. I'm gonna introduce Drew Hawk.
I'm so not scared right now. I'm not trembling in my boots.
Are you okay?
This place is terrifying. There's something watching you at every turn.
Is that what you feel like?
Yeah.
Oh, the Alice box.
Rock.
That's right. We're ready to rock. Tonight's gonna be amazing.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. There was a few rooms I walked in that are definitely giving me the creeps. We had a lot of lights on when we were touring, and so obviously we're gonna turn the lights down to see what we're experiencing. So
we're gonna turn the lights off to see what we're experiencing.
That makes no
it's great.
sense.
It's really counterintuitive. Puddle.
What does that mean?
I just peed myself.
While we were in here earlier, I heard like a little girl giggle, and then I heard the name Susie in my brain, and there's a little girl here named Susie that is said to haunt. I think that was validation that that was her. And while we were doing the tour, he turned a light off, and all of a sudden we were walking and we came up and the light was back on. So when we were driving over, I kept seeing this woman, and it was as if she was being consumed by this darkness, like she was entrapped in it. So I'm not sure if it has anything to do with someone here, if they were trying to communicate, or if it was just a random person that came to me. But there's also this haunted doll. Curious if she'll do anything while we're in here.
So this room is set up more like a girl's room. There's a room on the 3rd floor set up as more of a boy's room. Since we know that the orphanage would have been up in the attic, this isn't necessarily historically accurate. But when you see the attic, you'll understand why we wanted more of a safe space for our children's spirits to be. So yeah, this is what's become known as the doll room. There's like Five Guys gift cards. What the?
They're living good in here.
First, we're gonna head to one of the most active rooms, and that is the girls' room. This place is so huge and creepy. Look there's dolls everywhere. This isn't even the room. And then there's a bunch of little drawings. Oh, here it is. Guys, look how crazy this is. Ooh.
This one's creeping me out too. She's like, no, stop.
I bet they like all these little offerings too that people bring.
Look, a severed finger. I wonder if it's cursed.
Eat the finger, eat the finger. It says finger.
It's just
Could you imagine?
eat it.
It says trick. It is a trick.
Oh,
it is a trick. You're right. You're right. Thank
They
you,
like
Alice
it.
Box.
If you guys aren't familiar with Jujutsu Kaisen, Adam's character, he eats a cursed finger and then he turns like half demon, half superhuman. You guys know that before I go into an investigation or start a session, it's all about the energy that I'm putting out. I'm always burning sage or lighting candles to protect my space, but lately I've been obsessed with how my own scent changes my mindset. Especially when I'm exploring a dark, heavy location, I need to feel grounded and empowered. It's almost like a ritual for me now, picking the fragrance that matches the vibe that I'm heading into. Recently, I've been exploring different fragrances to match my moods and routines, but committing to full-size bottles, not knowing if I'll love them, not ideal. That's when I discovered Scentbird, a fragrance subscription service that lets me try out a variety of scents without the full commitment. Each month I get to choose from over 900 authentic designer and niche fragrances. You receive a generous 8 milliliter vial, which lasts 30 days. Perfect for about 120 sprays. It's been so fun experimenting with scents that complement my daily activities, whether I'm going to yoga, chatting with my haunted dolls, or just enjoying a self-care day. For example, this month I've been trying Emily in Paris Heartfelt and JUS Spritz Love. And quick tip for you guys, if you want your scent to actually last while you're out and about or ghost hunting, don't just spray your wrists. I always spray the back of my neck and a little bit of my hair so that every time you move, the scent catches the air and follows you. The best part is that Scentbird has over 700 fragrances from brands like Prada and Gucci. You get a massive discount compared to retail, and you get to switch it up every month depending on your mood or the season. If you want to start building your own fragrance library, you have to try this. Right now, you can use my code Kelsi55 to get a huge deal. Seriously, if you use code Kelsi55 at the link in my description or scan the QR code right here on screen, you'll get 55% off your first month. You get to try the first fragrance from Scentbird for only $8.97, and your next month will be only $17.95. Go check it out, find your signature scent, and let me know which one you picked in the comments. Everyone leave a cat ball at your very favorite doll. I'm gonna put mine with this one, who I'm gonna name Leanne.
I'm gonna leave mine right here with Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Dragons.
All right, Drew, what was your name the doll?
I don't know what to name it.
A name that comes to you.
Mickey.
Mickey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh boy!
Boy, me and Drew are stupid.
So if you guys are new to this, these are cat balls and they are motion censored, so they will only turn on if you touch them or move them in any way. I'm gonna put another one right up here so that detects static. So you have to like put static electricity with it. Let me see if it does, yeah. Whoa, 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 look! Someone sat on the chair. Hi.
Can you touch that cat ball next to you?
Wow.
Abel.
Oh, is their name Abel?
A-B-L-E, so like
Hanged.
they are able. Hanged.
Oh.
What? And this is the dead bell, and it'll emit an electromagnetic frequency around it, and if that frequency is interrupted, it'll ding. And then we have the music box right here that's motion censored, so it'll only go off if someone walks in front of it. All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hands vermilion, start to 5, bright cotillion, ravens dive, nightshades promise, spirits drive, to the living, let now the dead come alive.
That was great.
Thank you.
Like, I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
All right, if there's any spirits with us, can you come in here and make one of the cat balls turn on? You made that one turn on too. Ooh.
60.
60.
Is that your age? We really want to talk to you. We have a music box.
I thought I just heard something outside. Like someone talking.
Create.
Why are you guys so quiet?
Yeah, we literally did the Beetlejuice thing, guys. I did it in a voice, a cool voice.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Did it in a cool voice.
Maybe we scared them away. Maybe we should sing to them. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece
As white as snow.
Why don't I know the lyrics?
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout.
Adam.
Adam!
No way.
But it's spelled A-T-O-M. But I mean,
Oh.
but still.
Adam? That's weird.
That's weird.
Still.
That's weird. Timothy.
Timothy.
No.
That's crazy.
Timothy.
Someone was doing a voice recording with the DR60 and they asked him, "What's your name?" They stopped the recording and I said, "Wait a minute. Before you play that back, I'm going to tell you what came into my head. What I got was Timothy." Then she played it back on the DR60 and very clear, Timothy. Enunciated and everything. 3 syllables.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Whoa. So Timothy is down the hall and he is a known spirit in one of the rooms and you wanted to go in the room. That was Timothy's.
That was Timothy's room. But yeah, that's what he was telling us on our tour.
Wow.
Female.
Female.
Is there like a female with Timothy?
Well, yeah.
Should we go to Timothy's room? Guys, this just said forward as we're about to go towards Timothy that way. Forward, Adam.
right.
You heard the spirits.
Lead the way.
Before we arrived to the infirmary, I kept getting this vision of a woman consumed by darkness. I tried to sketch out what I was seeing because it was so vivid. I'm not sure if this could have been Jane or another spirit of a woman trying to communicate something to me. Maybe she's trapped in the middle vibration in a loop of dark things that she experienced either within herself or from the way she was treated here. Everything in the universe is made up of energy, and the human consciousness itself is believed to put out at least 20 watts of energy. And energy can either be created or destroyed. So when the body dies, that energy remains. We don't just disappear. And energy operates at different levels of vibrational frequency. There's positive energy that operates at a higher frequency, and then there's negative energy which operates at a lower frequency. Then there's all this in between. So let's say someone was experiencing abuse, which can lead to a lower sense of self-worth, which would affect and lower their vibrational frequency. I have a feeling that whoever this woman was, she did not have the proper resources around her to help her with her mental state. So maybe her consciousness got stuck in a loop leading to sadness, frustration, depression, anger, just going over and over those feelings. And maybe someone was constantly hurting her and putting her down on top of all that. So when she died, she got stuck in that frequency, almost in a negative spiral. Spirits that are in this lower vibration usually want to share their pain, sadness, anger. They want someone to understand and help them. And then sometimes they just want to scare the living shit out of people. I hope I explained that well. Little Kelsi teaching moment, cute. Using my sketchbook that you can get at kelsidavies.com. When we arrived to the infirmary, I got confirmation that we would hear from Susie. So I can 100% confirm that there is an entity named Susie here. The weird thing about this place is the entire building feels like an energetic maze, as if you can lose track of where you are both spiritually and physically. When we investigated the little girl's room, there was not much happening, but someone did sit on the chair and let them know that they were there. I'm wondering if the spirits just need to warm up to us first. There is another ghost said to be lingering within these halls named Hummel, and he's said to be the previous superintendent of the infirmary. He's also rumored to have abused workers on the farm and keeps other spirits from speaking. So it makes me wonder, what if he was the one in the chair making sure that the spirits' communication was cut short, and then the name Timothy came through on the Alice box? He's the one that's known to haunt the jail cell room, so was he coming in to call us over there? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Let's see why his name came through and if he can communicate more with us. And since our goal is to understand why the spirits are here, this might be where the truth starts to show itself.
Those were totally turned off.
Yeah. No, they were
turned on.
Yeah, I just turned them back on. I was very deliberate in turning them on when we went that way, like give anything a chance to clear. Remember I mentioned the room that I just randomly spent an hour in and had to remove the Bible one day? That was this room right here. I think they had a very strict religious upbringing, and it just turned them away from religion. And the more I've worked with them, maybe they turned more towards spirituality.
I was shot.
Someone was shot.
That room tends to be super active. Like when people have an app like that on, it's been throwing things like El Kukui, just random. Yeah, Bible that was moved from the one room is right there.
Oh.
Mary wanted it.
Mary, did you know?
Should I ever rock the chair in there?
We have seen the chair rock. Actually, there was a group of us sitting on this wall, and we did see it rock one time, not that long ago actually, June, during our FC Icon.
Ooh, rock the chair.
Someone just slapped me.
Whoa. Somebody just jiggled this door. Did you hear
Are
that?
you walking?
No.
Try it one more time. Walk by it one more time and see.
I heard metal hitting metal. There's a lot of like photos like this too in here I've been noticing.
Like children's photos?
Like school children's photos.
Oh my god, I thought that was a pad, but it's like a heating thing.
But isn't that a pad?
Oh, it is a pad.
It is.
Oh, and a tampon thing.
Yeah, recently they left them in the boys' room too. We moved those.
Why?
Those people are strange. Left and got married, and she ended up coming back. When her fire started, it said that she had asked if she could start a fire because she was cold. And they told her no, and I guess she asked again, and they told her no, and she went and started a fire on her own. And the coals bounced back and ignited her dress. And it said she ran across to an adjoining room where she burned up and died several hours later. So because of where the fireplaces are with the adjoining rooms, we know that it would have been either up here or down where the doll room is. One day I walked into this room and I got this image of an older woman, tiny little woman, big gray sweater, and she looked lost. And the lost look in her face, I started thinking dementia. I think she's got dementia. I then got an image of Jane walking into the room and saying to her, Vivian, please give me my sweater back. I'm freezing. And as I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, Jane was taller. My sweater, it's like, that's why the sweater looks so big on this woman. This makes sense. Vivian looked at Jane and said, that Janie's so sweet to give me her sweater. Like she just didn't get that she was asking for it back. So I was right about the dementia. And after that conversation happened one more time, Jane stormed out of the room, which is no doubt when she went to go light the fire. So we did a session here for Jane's birthday last year, and we did a Ouija board session. And when I finished doing what I was doing, I opened the floor where the people who were here could ask questions. And somebody asked her, Jane, what was your favorite hobby? And she spelled out knitting. I was like, oh my God, she knit the sweater. I was so excited. Well, she also told us that she loved us for coming here for her birthday, and she told us to leave one of the flowers we brought her for Vivian.
I can't remember what room he was on. He was on,
He was down here. Oh!
What?
What was that? Prisoner. And this is the light earlier that turned off.
Yeah, it
that's
turned
right.
off.
I'm gonna turn it on and we'll see if it turns off again.
Flowers.
Didn't that lady have flowers up here?
Yeah. Ooh, guys, look at this doll. Ooh. It's like it's staring into my soul. Timothy, we're trying to find you. We're lost. So this was the prison cell they would put him in, because this is the door, and this door has been caught on video moving. Oh, I see. So this was where that, it's all making sense now.
Almighty Ghost, I leave you a maxi pad.
Whoever did that, I don't understand.
Here you are, Ghost, a tampon. I bring you a small picture of my child to leave you.
Small picture of my child.
Sandra.
Jesus.
Your real name is Sandra?
Plot twist. It's actually Sandra. That's me.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. You didn't know that? Sandra Davies.
What's up, Sandcats?
Oh, did you guys hear that?
No. I was making a dumb joke, but I did just feel like I heard a man.
I did hear something too. It's like a mumbling talk.
Chat.
Chat.
What's up, chat?
That's what he said, like, what's up,
It
chat?
sounded like they were chatting. I'm like, is there no space?
There's like a window of blinds right there.
I'm like, is this a window or is this... Oh, because it goes to another room.
Yeah, there's a room on the other side, but it's blocked off.
That's really weird. I wonder who they would put in here. So this was the funeral home, and this is an actual used casket. Like, that is wild. So someone was just laying in there, and I don't know if they just unearthed it and stuck it in here, but how crazy is that? The boys could never do this by themselves. Make sure you guys give that like button a nice little tap. We're coming to find
Give
you.
us a room number. That would be.
We're trying. All right, maybe Mary could help us find Timothy, or maybe they were together because he did say woman, and then I heard a woman in heels, so maybe it was Mary and Timothy. Timothy, are you here? We're with Mary, the woman.
Happy.
Happy.
I heard like a bang out there. Ethel?
Happy.
Do you guys just feel so disoriented in here, just lost?
I feel like more lost.
Like we're literally lost. We've been wandering around for a while.
Mandy.
Mandy.
So this is supposedly the room where Jane was burned to death. So I think it was this room or this room that it happened. Whoa. Whoa, when I walked in here, it felt like heat right here.
There's
Yeah,
warmer in this room.
that was weird.
Feels the same to me.
Does it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was weird. It was just a burst of heat.
Fraction.
Fraction.
I do want to talk to her in here.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Jane and see what happened, or if maybe she doesn't want to talk about her tragedy. Let's learn more about her. Guys, look, someone's making that. Oh, they're still going.
Render.
Render.
Can you go all the way around with it? Good job. Can you keep going? It's still going.
It's really
Oh, it's coming all the way around.
Wow, thank you.
It went all the way around and stopped.
Thank you so much. We're calling out to Jane. We're here to just talk with you. I know that something happened that you probably don't want to talk about, but if you do want to, we're going to give you a voice and a way to tell your story. We have a REM pod up here, and if you get close to it, it'll turn different colors. Was that your stomach again? That was wild.
Oh, there's a woman moaning on floor 1. No, it's Drew. Stop.
I can't control it. It just does it.
We also have this triangle right here, and if you go on one side, it'll go green, and if you go on the other, it'll go red.
That thing had gone green a second ago. Did you see it?
Did it?
Did you hear that?
Afterlife.
What?
I heard a breath down there. And then it went afterlife.
Ooh! Thank you. That's right above the fireplace, too. Thank you so much. Is this Jane?
You can walk by the green side for yes, the red side for no.
Oh my gosh!
Or you can hang out by me, that's fine.
Thank you for coming forward to us. If you want the Spirit Box app, the link is down below in the description. Just be safe while you're using it. I think she's ready. Can you tell us who's here with us? My name is Kelsi.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Drew.
Can you tell us your name? Who's here with us?
Group.
Group.
There's a group of you guys here? Is there more than one person here?
Oh look, you're getting an image.
Oh, it's a bikini.
Wait, it's a cat?
Yes.
No way. Oh my god, it is a kitty. I can feel you here. Oh,
And I
yeah.
got an image. What the hell is this?
Wow, thank you.
The heck is this?
It looks like flowers or something. Or pills? I can't tell. I knew I felt you here. Haha.
This says Ken.
Ken.
What? Ken.
Is that the other name?
Yes, there was another guy named
It
Ken.
was Ken and Timothy.
Yeah, Ken and Timothy.
I came out this way to do a hypnosis session for someone not that long ago, and she happened to mention that she used to work in this building, and it was the health department. Did you work with any men? She's like, yeah, there were two. There's the detective, there's the supervisor. I'm like, what was the supervisor's name? And she said Ken.
Wow. Is Ken here too? That's crazy.
That's
Like
creepy. I got
what?
chills again.
All right, we have Ken, Timothy, Jane, Susie. Who else is here?
No way.
What?
This looks like the hallway down the hall.
The hallway down the hall?
The hallway, like the.
Oh, it does look like the hall. Whoa.
Temperature.
Temperature.
That's what it was doing up there. If there's a drop in temperature, then the REM pod beeps like that.
That's a lot of stuff.
This is the Ken and Timothy is crazy, and then the music box. Wow.
Also the picture of the hallway, it's like we're at the end of the hall.
Yeah. Can you go on that triangle right there and say yes with green or red for no? You did so good with that music box. That was amazing. And the REM pod. Haha, yes!
Any.
Thank you for talking with us. That was amazing. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Whoa, this came through. What the heck? Drew said it looks like the attic. It kind of does. How weird is that? It looks like a shadow thing, and then whoa!
Jeff.
Jeff.
Was that
Bye.
the?
Bye.
That's crazy.
Strong.
Whoa! Do it again.
Is Jeff strong?
Good job.
Yeah, he's strong. Are you warning us about Jeff?
Someone's standing in that doorway. Like, that's crazy.
What's that noise? Is that the door we're supposed to go towards?
Yeah, I think so. Guys, we were packing up and what did it say?
It said finger.
Finger. No way.
Hey, watch this Jujutsu Kaisen.
Guys, now it said chain.
Chain, which is where people were
Upstairs,
chained
yeah.
in the dungeon / attic.
While moving through the space to connect with Timothy, we felt really freaking lost. It was kind of embarrassing. I've never been to a location where we felt that lost or disoriented, like usually we know somewhat where we're going. Several women's names kept coming up as well. I can't help but wonder if these spirits feel just as disoriented or lost as we do. Then we walked into the room where they believe Jane's dress caught on fire, and I felt this intense heat on my face. This is when I really wanted to connect with Jane and make sure that she felt like her voice was being heard. And whether it was Jane or something more, the activity in this room has been the most active in the investigation so far. We also got the name Ken, which was mentioned earlier by our tour guide. It felt like multiple spirits were coming forward, and whoever this was having an almost direct conversation with Drew. If this presence really is as aware as it feels, then changing rooms shouldn't make a difference. Now that we've unlocked a portal of communication, let's immerse ourselves even deeper by summoning even more spirits with the Estes method.
I did a reading for Sam and Colby when they were here in February, and when I got here, I heard the sound of running water from this floor. When you're downstairs in the morgue, you can often hear water running under the building. You should not hear it on the second floor. So I'd ventured out to check out what it was, and I turned on this light, I think it was. And there was just like this explosion of like 4 bats that came up. So here I am laying on the floor. I'm crying, of course, because that's what I do.
What did you see?
It was just a white thing come out of that one.
That leads back to a bathroom.
That came out.
All of the bathrooms here have a similar energy. It's not good. The bathrooms here aren't my favorite place to hang out. I mean, they're just intense. All right, we're gonna go back down the main staircase to the first floor. The first floor is where the funeral parlor, the physician's office, and morgue are. You hear that boom? It's like a boom, like somebody walking upstairs. I did hear that. This is the maintenance room. You can see the maintenance cage on the inside there. So really, all that's down there is a room that we believe used to be the chapel. There's a couple of storage rooms and a couple bathrooms down there. During one of my recent psychic public ghost hunts, we were doing a seance session down here, and this piano played like 3 notes while we were down there.
I got touched. It just played 3 notes. What notes were they?
They were on the higher end.
The rack? This place is huge.
It's very disorienting too.
This room has offered some of the most phenomenal Estes sessions I've ever seen in my life. 2 of our volunteers were in here one night with a couple who was here for flashlight tours. One of the volunteers and one of the 2 people in the couple like froze and stared at the wall, and the other 2 people were looking at them like, what's happening? And the 2 people who'd been staring at the wall both described the same thing. They said they'd seen a monkey move across the wall, and they both described the movements the same way. And since then, this has become one of the most highly investigated rooms in the building.
It's time for you to choose, and choose wisely, because your choices could end in something really bad.
Do you know what's going on?
Death.
What?
Just kidding. All right, Adam,
Yes.
doctor or patient?
Doctor.
Drew,
Okay.
doctor or patient?
Patient?
Am I supposed to put this on?
Yes, doctor.
Do I get naked for this?
Dude, if I'm not seeing
We
some
have to
butt
be
cheeks flapping out
accurate.
the back of that, I don't want it. If I'm a real doctor, I gotta put this in sport mode.
Are you ready, patient?
What do I have?
You have a very important treatment, and it's called the Estes method. You ready?
I guess.
Let's do this.
Let's.
You never said I couldn't be a cool doctor. Wait. Did you hear that? What?
You can like barely see the bit on bottom of the coat jiggling. There's the physician's office. It's creepy. All right, should we do an exam?
Bend over, Drew.
I like how you jump straight to that type of exam.
Sorry, my bad.
Should the doctor do an Estes in here and then the patient do an Estes in the other room?
Yeah, I can do that.
You down?
I'm down.
All right.
Blessed. Never stressed. And definitely not possessed. I'm now ready.
So the Estes method is when someone's blindfolded and in their ears they have a spirit box playing out loud, so they essentially turn into a human spirit box just relaying what they're hearing. All right, is there anyone here with us?
It hurts.
Yes.
That's one.
Oh my God. Oh, and your thing's not focusing.
Because it's green.
Isn't that weird? The triangle went to yes.
Estes.
I won't focus on you.
Adam.
the hell?
It's Adam. Someone's here. Thank you for making that triangle go off. Is it focusing now?
Did you hear the voices?
No.
It wasn't that. It was a voice over here.
Adam.
What do you want with Adam? Or do you like Adam? Who went in front of that triangle?
A baby.
Could you imagine
Doug.
babies crawling? Who's Doug?
Sophia.
There is a story of there's a man in here, a spirit that was like a doctor, and I guess there's a woman associated with him, and every time he gets like a little flustered, but it's like his weakness is this woman, so maybe it's Sophia.
Yes.
It is. No way. That's crazy.
Does she warm your heart up?
My heart?
There is no way.
Oh, that was a really creepy little kid's laugh to my right. My right ear.
Who was that?
Like two laughs. Your ears.
Was that Susie?
I got the chills right now. Master.
Whoa.
Master of what?
Basement.
We're in the basement right now.
Who's the master of the basement?
Near you.
Where?
Can you show yourself?
Sure.
Where will you show us?
You have to look. I hear that little kid laugh. Always on this side. Stop
Stop what?
playing.
We're not playing. What was that?
You didn't step, right?
No.
Go.
Go where?
It sounded like a bang.
Like right next to us.
Can you show us you? We want to see you.
Adam. Don't cry.
Are you gonna make Adam cry?
Next to Adam.
Oh.
The couple. Are you sitting next
Throw.
to Adam?
Are you gonna throw Adam?
Whoa. I just saw little feet. It looked like a trail, like the
What?
little feet. Who was that?
Hello.
Did you hear that?
What was it?
It was like a bang, like a footstep in that room. Wait, shh.
Let's go.
Let's go where?
And do.
There's like people walking, like I keep hearing it.
You want?
We hear you.
It's all you.
Should we go into the morgue?
Don't go.
Don't go to the morgue.
Is it dangerous if we go?
Yes.
Oh!
The REM pod.
It's fine.
Are you lying about it being fine?
Yes.
No way. Why are you lying? That was amazing.
Yeah, that was upstairs.
I got full body chills. Me too.
Don't look.
Don't look where?
The morgue.
I keep seeing a
No way.
I keep seeing a woman in a black dress.
It said don't look in the morgue.
I'm telling you.
It's telling you not to look in the morgue.
What do you not want me to see? That's where I wanted to like.
There's a tap down the hallway.
Yeah, there's a woman pacing. She's in a black dress.
Blood.
I just saw her. I just saw her. Can you make the music box turn on? Please.
Please. It's us.
Who's this woman I keep seeing? Is that Sophia?
Interesting.
There's a tap.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was a little kid.
Oh. Goodbye. Thank you for talking with us.
I didn't know if you guys were moving around over here. It felt like someone was moving around over here.
No.
Like I was gonna get bumped, like the table was gonna get bumped or something like that. Like I just had this feeling that like someone was very close or gonna knock the table or something
I
like
saw
that.
little footsteps.
On this side?
Moved up to
on
you,
that
yeah.
side.
Note to self. Please tell me next time you see footsteps running by me.
At first, we weren't sure who was coming forward when we did the Estes method. Adam kept hearing children laughing, and it makes me wonder if that could have been Susie or some other childlike entity, since I saw little footsteps leaving the room. But when we asked directly for it to show itself, it felt like it turned into an actual conversation through Adam and something even darker. At first, it kept warning us that the morgue was dangerous and that we should leave. But by the end, something else stepped forward, saying that it was okay to go there. So, was it tricking us maliciously or just messing with us? And then I kept seeing this woman pacing back and forth in a black dress. Spirits communicate through symbolism, signs, and synchronicities. A black dress usually represents loss, betrayal, or unfinished emotional business. And the fact that I saw her so clearly makes me wonder if she was the woman that I was communicating with before coming here. Whatever's here with us keeps pulling us towards the morgue, so I think it's time to see if the warnings were for a reason.
They kept bodies and the inmates' food in the same coolers.
What?
Yeah, you are welcome to open the coolers and investigate those.
I feel nauseous.
We were doing a session in here one night. It was me and one other person, and we were just sitting in the dark. And she's as afraid of bats as I am. And we heard this sound that to me sounded like 2,000 bats just rushing us all at once. And I thought, we're going to die. So we reached for each other, and when we felt each other, we thought it was the thousands of bats. It was actually the toilet flushing. When the one working toilet flushes, it makes a horrific noise in this room.
Shit.
So if you're all down here and you hear that sound, there's a problem.
Just you.
Oh.
No, then you have a problem.
We are headed to the morgue where countless bodies pass through and were stored here.
Ooh, I just saw a black shadow right there. It wasn't that tall.
So it wasn't supposedly there's a 7-foot tall shadow up in the attic, but it was not 7 feet tall. So this is where they would flush all of the fluids, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the bodies.
And they said that it would basically go down, drain out into the town water supply,
Ew.
which is crazy. Wait, you can hear the water though. Listen.
Oh yeah.
He said you shouldn't hear any water.
That's weird.
But he did say if you hear
flush
water
the
in that
toilet
room,
upstairs, then it's
but also no one else is in here.
Yeah, no one's here.
He said it sounds like, I don't think this is what it would sound like. This is weird. We're in the morgue in
Whoa. That's creepy.
the door.
It just started, I didn't know it was that heavy to close on its own.
Is it? Probably is. Wait, let's see. Make sure. Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
We are going to have Drew lie down on the table and do the Estes method. You volunteered for this, honey.
I didn't know I was volunteering for.
Well, I told you there were consequences with your choice, so this is one of them. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're calling out to the spirits in the morgue. We want to talk to you.
Is anyone here with us?
Yes.
Was your body disposed of in
Hold on to
a...
somebody.
Oh God, that scared me.
Kelsi,
Why do you want...
leave.
Why do you want Kelsi to leave?
There's something bad here. I just heard it's huh?
I think that's his headphones.
But it came from over there.
Just do it, leave.
Ooh, I see it. I see someone in the door, the second door. Who is that? They're shorter. They're this tall. They're this tall.
Help me.
Who needs help?
Who did I just see your silhouette?
Hammond.
Hannah?
Is that what I said?
What's your name?
Dean.
Dean.
15.
Who are you?
I feel vibrations on the table.
Is someone in there with Drew?
Me.
Can you make the triangle go off?
There's something really...
Uncomfortable.
What'd you say?
There's something really off about this figure. I keep seeing it.
Yeah.
It keeps like shifting into something else.
I'm getting really uncomfortable.
What?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
You okay?
My heart just started racing. It feels like somebody's pressing down on me.
Get away from Drew.
Something wants me alone in here.
It looked like human and then it didn't look human, then it kind of hunched down, and it reminded me, because they have a room they call the monkey room, where they saw a figure crawling and it hunched down and its arms
like
kind
a
of...
monkey?
Yeah, like its arms kind of looked like a monkey.
It felt like something was like walking around me and touching the table, and then it felt like something pressed down on me with their energy.
Where is the monkey room? Is it near here? I can't remember where it's at.
It was at the end of one of the hallways.
So whatever that was, that's like the best way I could describe it.
That was pure panic for a second.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to go back in or do you want to be done with it? It's up to you.
I feel like I'm being called to the... up there.
To the attic?
Like, I feel like I'm being called to that.
I think whatever this is will follow us up to the attic.
I feel like whatever it is wants me to go up there.
Ooh, did you hear that? It's like a loud bang. Or like a tap or something.
Immediately on our way to the morgue, I saw a black shadow figure. However, I don't think this was Susie since she's rumored to be much taller. So like, what was it? And sure enough, we were told to leave. Did the same spirits follow us from upstairs to keep warning us about something dangerous down there? I saw a really unsettling dark figure that kept shifting from human to something more animal-like. Was this creature the monkey-like shapeshifter that we were warned about? Drew kept feeling a deep pressure in his chest and a sense that something or someone wanted him there alone. Could this have been the presence of a doctor thinking that Drew was his deceased patient? Or was he physically feeling the presence of the shape-shifting entity in there with us? Whatever this was, it called Drew up to the attic, also known as the dungeon. So it's time to see if we can finally face whatever keeps calling us into the darkest place of the infirmary. We are going upstairs to the attic, also known as the dungeon, and this is said to be the darkest place in the entire building. I feel like whatever was here is going to follow us up there, and maybe there's something else up there that's even darker, so let's do this. But real quick before we go, make sure you guys check out our new merch. We have sketchbooks, we also have t-shirts, we're coming out with candles. Go get one at kelsidavies.com. I'm gonna do something I've never done on any investigation, so I'm a little bit nervous. It's just a method to see if the spirits react to it or what happens. It also allows me to connect on a deeper level with the awful things that went on here. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
I thought I heard something up there. There's a jail cell area, and I guess that door has moved many times on camera. There's also been people, when they wouldn't behave or just kept going into the jail cell, they would bring them up here and they would chain them up, which is just messed up. It looks like someone was trying to pull out. You can see all the around it. All right, so Drew is going to handcuff me to this chair. So if something bad happens, I won't be able to run or escape because he'll have to undo it for me. I don't think this is a great idea, but you know, we're gonna do it. Oh God, what's that? Oh my God, as he's doing it. Okay.
Oh my god, that's scary. So this spirit box goes through different radio frequencies really quickly, and it allows spirits to manipulate the frequencies to make words. Is there anyone here with us that wants to communicate? I'm so sorry for what they did to you and what happened to you. I can't even imagine what you went through.
Why does it just keep on glitching?
I'm seeing this entity. There's this, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just pure, like the darkest, the blackest black you could even imagine.
What just got darker?
And it's just like this hole, like this, I don't know how to explain it. It's just this pure darkness.
Is it the thing you saw enveloping that woman?
Oh my god. Maybe? Yeah, I mean, it's just pure, it's like this fragmented darkness. Like just no light at all,
That shows
absent
so
of
bad.
light. It's just,
This thing's glitching. The Alice box is totally
it's glitching.
Yeah, it just keeps on resetting.
just heard something upstairs, up these stairs.
What is this?
I'm getting horrible chills up my
I mean, this could be a manifestation of all the pain, the agony, the darkness they experienced mentally. Give what?
Enough. Right, back-to-back words. Give enough.
Give enough? Whoa, my REM pod.
spine. Are you giving us the chills?
I heard Mary.
That REM pod's going crazy.
Did it cause the fire up here?
That song is Hold My Hand.
That song keeps coming.
Hold my hand. Although.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
I just saw like some just really. What was that?
Cannon. Or cannon?
Cannon.
It just looked like a mass. I don't know. It's just dark.
Was it where the fire was?
It was right there.
That's where the fire was.
Yeah, right
Oh,
where
there
the
was
fire
a fire up
There
here.
was a fire, and he said that the fire, at that time there was no walls around here, so it should have just spread, but the fire stayed in one exact spot.
For
and
hours.
For hours and just burned
It
the
was
ceiling.
just
there.
right here?
Just right
Yeah.
there.
Whoa, it was just this mass. I'm just trying to sit with this feeling, but it's just, I don't like it. It's really dark and dense and scary.
It wanted us to like move from
Either.
either.
Oh,
Whoa,
that was a big knock.
that was a big noise.
Method.
Method.
What method?
Oh my god, I was literally thinking, I was like, should I do the Estes method? And it goes method. Can you help me put these on my head?
It said, come on.
It said, come on.
Yeah.
And where's the blindfold?
God.
God.
How you feeling when you're over here by yourself?
Fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
You looking out anywhere?
Yeah, I was looking everywhere. Keep my head on a swivel, you know what I'm saying, dog?
Seeing anything?
I ain't letting no ghost take me down.
Whoa, I just got this. It felt like someone touched my hand. It was freezing.
Who touched Kelsi's hand?
Here.
Is it Susie?
Yes.
No way. What does Susie want to say?
Curious.
Curious.
What are you curious about? Are you curious about Kelsi?
This.
Eye.
I.
Like eyeball?
Like eyeball.
Ew, there was like a breath and then it sounded like wind. Inhale. Leave. Burn.
Who is the one who burned?
Go.
Are you talking about the fire that was up here?
My body is freezing right now.
I'm getting it too on my back.
This is
Nana.
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 Who's Nana,
Dad.
Susie?
Oh my god, I'm freezing, guys. This is weird. It's like really cold. Oh my god, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Who's touching Kelsi?
Wow, that was weird. It felt like multiple things were touching me at once. Like it was like my
who's
arm,
touching Kelsi?
head, shoulder. We're coming.
Who's coming?
Who's there?
Who's all here?
The noise.
Rewind.
Rewind.
Rewind what? Time?
Quiet. Kelsi,
Do you want us to stop asking questions?
please help.
Turning.
Turning.
Let go.
Turning what?
Backwards.
Turning backwards. Rewind. Like going backwards, turning backwards. We can't turn back time.
Just go.
Who do you want to go?
Shoo.
Shoo.
It doesn't want us to be here. Do you want us and Kelsi to leave?
Let me out. Prison.
Hang.
Hang.
Were you hanging from the chains?
They had me.
They had me hanging from the chains.
No more.
No more.
You don't have to suffer with it anymore.
You're no longer in pain. Amanda.
Amanda.
Who is Amanda?
Bad.
What's evil?
Kelsi. Hurt.
You're not gonna hurt Kelsi.
You okay?
Are you okay?
Whoa, that was weird.
Do you need out?
I forgot where I was.
Book. Only book we've got.
It felt like my body was just like moving, but it wasn't me moving it. And it kept looking this way.
Creature.
Creature.
No, preacher.
Preacher.
We got preacher earlier too.
Inside Fairfield Infirmary, the activity feels subtle but intentional, easy to miss if you're not fully present. There's a constant sense that something is just out of reach, lingering behind doorways or down the long, disorienting halls. Jane's room by far stood out as the most active. Whether it's tied to her passing or residual trauma held in that space, it felt like voices there were coming through more strongly than anywhere else. Throughout the night, we felt pulled, first to the morgue and then to the attic. But wherever that pull led us, the activity seemed to drop, as if something darker was suppressing the energy around it. That may also explain the heaviness that Drew experienced in the morgue. The dungeon felt different though. Something seemed concentrated there, forming in the corners of the darkness like a dense buildup of energy. Whether from multiple spirits or the fire that once burned there, the energy felt heavy and unresolved. And by the end of the night, the energy completely shifted. I felt disconnected. My attention repeatedly kept going towards that dark corner, and something felt off, as if it was getting closer and closer. Overall, it doesn't feel like Fairfield Infirmary is haunted because of any one spirit. It feels haunted because of what this place represents. The land itself has always been a place where society sends people that they don't know how to care for. Generation after generation, pain was concentrated here, not just experienced but contained. Overcrowding, neglect, isolation, punishment, fear, all layered on top of one another. And when trauma is never resolved, it doesn't just disappear, it accumulates in cycles. Jane's tragic death wasn't just an accident, it symbolized something deeper, a system system that failed to protect the most vulnerable. Her suffering and the pain that she felt in her final hours may have imprinted so strongly that it became a focal point, a place that other spirits at the same frequency could come forward. That explains why her room felt like a gateway. Throughout this whole investigation, we kept experiencing suppression. Spirits trying to speak only to be cut off, activity peaking in some rooms and then dropping completely in others. It's almost as if something feeds on the confusion, the looping trauma, and the unresolved pain, disguising itself as children, shadows, and shape-shifting creatures, all while keeping other spirits trapped, unheard, and stuck in the past. The woman that I saw feels like the clearest symbol of this place. Fairfield feels haunted because the energy never had a chance to move on, and maybe that's why it still calls people in. It's because something here is still waiting to be acknowledged or confronted. Whatever remains within these walls doesn't feel finished. And if that's true, Fairfield isn't done telling its story yet. That concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and big shout out to Adam for joining us.
Thank you guys. See you next time. Let's go. Shout out to Timothy. Shout out to Ken.
Are you more of a, or are you less of a skeptic?
Timothy and Ken thing was weird.
Yeah.
How do I explain that? I don't.
He's been sitting there like scratching his head. He's been trying to explain
How did that Alice box know? I don't know.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So
closer.
what percent now?
We gained 3% today.
Okay, that's a good amount. Make sure you guys check out our other investigation at Goatman's Bridge, and I will see you in the next video. Right now, you can use my code Kelsi55 to get a huge deal. Seriously, if you use code Kelsi55 at the link in my description or scan the QR code right here on screen, you'll get 55% off your first month.